Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon your time zone. My name is Pastor Yemi Omogboyega. It's nice speaking with you again, and it's time for us to ruminate on one fundamental issue that affects our lives. And I title it The Plague of Deception, and how not to allow it to truncate your destiny. The plague of deception, and how not to allow it to compromise or destroy your destiny. First of all, let me apologize for the dull background you may find on this video. Like I always say, sometimes one has to move, and the situations surrounding such people might be so difficult that, unless the person decides to move ahead, nothing will happen. I pray that this message will bless somebody, and I'm not going to be looking at the aesthetics. If I want to wait until everything is perfect before recording this video, the inspiration might disappear. So please bear with me as to the picture quality of the video. What is important and which I want you to concentrate upon is the audio, so that you don't lose out. God bless you. Now that reminds me, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Those of you who have already subscribed, God bless you. We are really grateful. God will bless you in all your endeavors. And share our videos so that people will be delivered from this plague of deception that is ruling the world and destroying people's or innocent people's destinies. In Yehoshua's name. So, I want to talk on the plague of deception. I watched a video that is trending. Indeed, within 4 days, 93,000 people have watched this video, and it's trending. And the video is actually produced by one Mr. Udu, and he conducted an interview whereby he interviewed someone who had spent 12 years out of his 37 years on earth chasing the shadows. And this gentleman belongs to a network marketing group that was marketing a popular company's products, that is GNLD, or the one that is called New Life. This video is, if I'm not mistaken, is up to 2 hours minimum in length. And the guy narrated from A to Z his experience, 12 years experience while sojourning with marketing the products of GNLD, and his experiences therein, and eventually how he decided to quit the trade. But within the 12 years, he counted it to be 12 wasted years. Please ensure that you subscribe to this channel. Please like our videos. Press the notification button so that I get to know when we upload new videos. Comment as you deem fit. God bless you. Now, this guy had spent 12 solid years marketing GNLD products. And GNLD or Neolife is not an unknown organization throughout the world. This is an organization that markets its products through networking strategy, and is thriving. Now, let me say one thing. GNLD products, I have used it previously, and indeed I was once upon a time a marketer of those products like GNN. There are a lot of them just like that. I was one of those who was marketing them in the 90s. Oh, no, in the year, I think 2000 and something, maybe 2000 and between 2000 and 2006. So I knew about the products. I asked for the genuineness or the capability of those products. I have used it, or I've used them. I used their Super Grow while I was into Agric. I used their training. I used, in fact, for my prostate, there's something they call prostatitis. I can't remember now. Whereby you have a combination of training and 3 other products that are made to combat prostate for men. Even though I use those products, I cannot say that they are not working. I cannot say that they are not working. And later on, I moved on to another organization's products. Indeed, I'm still using that to manage my prostate today. And they are working. I don't want to sound like the marketers for them. That's why, apart from the one that is already mentioned, I didn't want to mention names. But I'm using this herbal product today, and I can confirm that they are working. As at the time, before I went into using them, my prostate went as high as 8.4, and the maximum allowed that does not particularly need urgent attention is 4.0. I got doubled, and I was climbing the ladder of the 3rd level. And when I researched, I went into Google and I searched for products, effective products for prostate and all that. I got some products that I'm still using today. So I just want to confirm that, or the efficacy of these drugs, that is of these herbal drugs. And I was able, with the product that I'm using now, to bring down the prostate level from 8.4. It came down to even as low as 2.8 at a point, and it's now fluctuating between 3.0 and 5.0. And fortunately, for me to really ascertain that these things are either working or not, I had a diagnostic equipment that I used to check it myself. And not only that, after doing the diagnosis myself, I had to, because I have a quantum machine, and this machine diagnoses up to 45 parts of, I'm sorry, uh, it, diagnoses up to 45 organs of human body. And each time I did this test, I discovered that, I particularly did this several times, and not only that, I now went to the laboratory to go and test, the regular laboratory to go and test the efficacy of the results that were coming from this machine. And by the time I did that, and many times in particular, I will pay for the prostate in particular and do the test. And lo and behold, the result or the report given to me by the quantum machine as well as the laboratory tests, they are exactly the same, which means that quantum machine is working. And then I now use that to look for products that will help me, because I've been using orthodox medicine for some time, maybe because of lack of proper education on how to use them. I wasn't getting the desired result. So, like I said, maybe I needed more education. And our doctors are now patient to sit you down and sit down and be counseling or guiding you as one would have wished. So, one has to really be his own doctor. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm my own doctor. So, I confirmed that the quantum machine was working well. I also went into getting all these herbal drugs, and I confirmed that the ones I'm using are very effective. Like I said, from 8.4 is now fluctuating between um, 2.8 and 5.0. That is the status, and I'm still managing it, and it's working. Indeed, the last time I did the test, the PSA test was at the lab was about a month ago, and the result I got, the quantum machine got 4.7, while the lab itself got 5.0. So that is to tell us how much we have to care for ourselves, to really understand ourselves, and to prove that whatever we are using, be it the diagnostic machines or the medications we are taking, that they are working. So I often, check on my medications, and I've been taking the medication, that the combination that I'm taking now for the past one whole year, and it has succeeded in bringing down that prostate level. Sometimes we go so low. Prostate is a stubborn thing. It will go up today, go out down to just like BP. But because I'm managing it, I'm able to control it. So these medications are working, be you GNLD or be you Alliance products, or be you One Care products, be you GHT products. All these ones I have used, and I've patronized them all. And there's one they call Organo Gold and all that too. All those products, to me, I've tested them and I found them working. So let's put aside sentiments. The fact that our friend failed in marketing it and came out with nothing is not because the products are not working. The products are working, but the problem of his failure arose because of the marketing strategy that the promoters of these products are adopting in marketing their products. In the first place, they went for network marketing. That is, now previously, not until about year 2000 or so, all products were advertised. You see the big billboards on the road, you see newspaper publications about the products, you see any product for that matter. For the organizations to be able to market their products, no matter how good a product is, if it is not properly marketed or advertised, yes, that product might not hit the market or might not make a good success out of its marketing. Now, about the year 2000 upwards, many organizations started switching over from these conventional adverts, billboards, advertisements in papers or magazines or even online and all that, because it was costing them so much to do the advertisement. So they started looking for cheaper and more effective ways of marketing their products. And that's when I say product, all products. Doesn't matter, it's not just a matter of herbal medicine now. Now, so they switched over to network marketing. And GNLD in particular, that I said I had once become their agent in those days, was doing a kind of multi-level networking, whatever. And in other words, you come in, you buy their products, and then they register you, you introduce other people, and encourage those people to buy the products. Those people also will recommend somebody, and they were rewarding people for it. Let's take note that the reward may not be what you think will be. For instance, I remember the last check they gave to me was $70 in those days. When I was their agent, $70. But I was employed, fully engaged in paid employment that was, meeting my needs, all my basic needs. But I needed some passive income, so I got enrolled. And not only that, I needed the products to enhance my health. So I was using the products and I discovered that they were working. If you are a farmer, you have ever used Super Grow to boost your agric or your plantation, you will agree with me. Super Grow works very well. What do you call it? There are 4 products that are put into one to combat prostate. Excuse me. They were all working, as I mentioned. So, to say that these products are not good, I don't agree, because I'm a beneficiary of them all and I've marketed them. So these people, that way, they adopted the network marketing. Instead of paying bills to advertising organizations, what they now do is they share the cost, the amount they would have spent advertising in magazine, newspapers, and so on and so forth, television. They now were using that money to pay agents. And how much you will make will depend on how well you are good as a marketer. And I was doing that for years, but at a point, of course, marketing them is very difficult, like I said, because number one, Nigerians in particular, they are not yet advanced enough to get easily persuaded to buy any product for that matter. So herbal products now as the exception, and that became a problem. So marketing, penetrating people to buy these products, that was like going on a suicidal mission, especially if you want to depend upon it, because like I said, these are victim, so to speak, had to abandon the employment he had and the Okada business he was doing and settled for marketing New Life or whatever, GNLD products. And at the end of the day, good as he may be in marketing, because listening to that video, I know that this guy is highly skilled in marketing. And what he did was to stake his life for it. And that was a fatal mistake. In this world, the world is blunt too. You have to define the path you will follow that will profit you, because there are so many things happening out there that you may waste your precious years, especially your youthful age, in marketing things that will not profit you, which is what happened to this guy. And he got carried away by the advertisements that these organizations put out there for people. One, they will give you the brochures or the booklets that will explain everything about their products to you, what the product is and what the product does, and so on and so forth. So you go ahead and be telling people that. So in order for them to buy the products, and unfortunately, it is not easy to market these products. I experienced it. It's not a question of them say. It's not hearsay. I was a marketer for GNLD for some periods, and even today, there are still one or two of them that I still recommend, like the GHT, like the One Cure, and products, and like the Organo Gold, and so on and so forth products. They work. But like I said, during the process of initiating you into this marketing thing, a lot of seminars, motivational talks will be held, which he confirmed, and which I attended several of them. They will be held to prepare you ready for this marketing. So he got carried away by the reward system and the level of gratification that is promised. That, you can become millionaire, you can be this, you can be that. The mistake he made is that he staked everything about his life upon marketing GNLD products alone. And unfortunately, this is very hard to market. And the boats or the chips were down. And when the chips were down, he cried out. And I love one thing. It's not as if he says these products are not working, but what he's saying is that they will tell you that the product will work if you take it consistently for months. And unfortunately, even as of today, you find that the price of these products are no longer easily affordable. Another disadvantage for marketers. And so the product might not fly as they contemplated. So the marketers are suffering. I know one of my sisters also nearly lost her marriage to GNLD products marketing. She had to leave her family, leave her husband, leave her children, and left home entirely. Went as far as Port Harcourt and everywhere. This organization, they have a way of taking care of you to be able to do this marketing. And she left. She came back frustrated, just as her brother got frustrated. So one fundamental mistake he made is that he staked everything about his life on this business. And number two, he In this world of today, you need more than one source of income to survive. If you are in paid employment and you think that that will solve your problem, no employer will pay you enough as to meet with all your needs. Then, so you need extra incomes here and there. So he could have taken that marketing of that product as a passive business, not an active business, whereby he staked everything, sold his Okada, and then, you know, the security job he was doing, where he would have also gathered little money here and there to be able to build himself, he made the mistake of abandoning them. And he tries to expose what he called the plague of deception, that the advertisement that this organization or the motivational talks that they gave to them is rather deceptive. He didn't say that the products are not particularly working, but he said that they were thriving on making people to buy it for a long time. I want to tell you, and I can testify to the fact, because I'm a user myself. I've been using that the products I'm using now for the past 1 year, but I'm getting results, the desired results. That's the truth. I'm telling you, it costs so much to get these things, and I know that they work, and they work for me. So I do not agree that the products are not working or something. No, that because you use it consistently for some time before it works, yes. And it costs so much, yes. And the products are difficult to market, yes, because people don't even have the money, and some are not educated as to know what to do. And we all know in Africa that we lack basic nutrients. The food we eat are not balanced. We don't have balanced diet. Or even if we have it, we don't know how to combine them and eat them. And it's even worse when we are growing old, because these things don't manifest until we are about approaching 60 and above, which is the 6th zone. And by the time you get there and your systems are failing, you need a lot of money and a lot of things to do. You have to change your lifestyle. But if you are still living as if you are under 60, then you will find that it will be as if they are deceiving you. So there is no lie in many of these products. I've used them. They worked. That is why I'm more happy that it's helping me now to have a balanced view, because the way he portrayed it is as if it's a no-go area. These things are working. So it is important that we note that. So those of you who are onto herbal medication, if you can afford it, very expensive they are, they work. Especially GNLD product, One Cure product, GHT products, they work. So that is that about that. Then, like I said, the plague of where the problem arose from is that when you are listening to these motivational talks, understand yourself. Know the direction you want to go in life that will profit you. If you don't know it, you will get carried away, as my friend got carried away, and it's nearly ruined his life. It's a fundamental mistake, because these motivational talks, yes, they tell you you'll become millionaire. It is possible to be, but men, I don't think the environment makes it achievable for us. So the strategies that marketers now adopt, which I agree with, is that they sweet talk people. They lie to say that, the products that they are selling do wonders other than what the products were meant for. Okay? To say that they do more wonders than the products are doing. And then, two, they applied manipulation, spirit of manipulation, They applied cajoling. They, uh, they applied instilling fears into the people that, oh, if you don't take the product, you are dead already. And they also lie just to survive, just to be able to sell these products. And because of that, he now just discovered that, oh, these methods are evil. Yes, there's no doubt. When you make people to do things against their will, it is evil. And this is where these marketers are making their money from. They are making their money from cajoling people, manipulating people, instilling fears in them, and lying about the capability of the product. I'll give you an example. He did say that one of the products of GNLD, they call it Care. That product is supposed to be for sanitary use, not for oral use. And they were marketing it as if it is for oral use. And that is dangerous to health. And the marketers, you see, that's what my Bible says, my people perish from lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6. It said, my people perish from lack of knowledge. When these organizations produced these products, they tell you what these products can do, and they tell you its limitation. They tell you how to use it, and it is printed in their brochures, either brochures or leaflets or what the booklets they give to you, explaining the details of all these products. Like the one he talked about that they said is for sanitary use or whatever. People started marketing it for oral usage, and they said that nearly landed him in prison. That he was also he nearly lost his life because he was one of the potential buyers said he should actually use it, and he used it, and that he knew he ran into trouble. And whereas the product itself is not meant to be swallowed, and is explicit. So this company has not lied, but the marketers have lied to say that what should be taken not orally should be taken orally. And that is causing problems for the people. And he himself that would have made money from it, he himself is not enjoying the monies that he's making from it until he got frustrated. Now, this reminds me, let's look at it, brethren. There are some products. You see, if you go online, they will be advertising some products. Many of these products are not fake, but the sellers, the marketers, tell us that they do more than they are meant to do. Number two, some of them give deadlines. So if you use 2 or 3 bottles, you'll be okay. Whereas you might need to use that medicine for over 6 months or for 1 year before you can get good results, because it all depends on the extent of damage that has occurred in your health. That's the truth. And when they tell you all that, you get carried away. You buy the first, second bottle, and then some may even say buy one, buy 2, get 1 or something. And when you take them and you don't see the desired result immediately, you get frustrated and disappointed, which is what is happening. Many of these products are working, but you need to take them over a reasonable number of either months, or even some might take you a year plus or years plus, because like I said, that I'm talking to you about 5 years ago, I noticed that my eyes got blurred because of I was already 60, so my age related and all that stress and all whatever. And it got to a point that I was practically or technically blind. Today I can see. Today I can move around. Today I'm okay. it took me 5 years. It took me 4 years of going to Orthodox eye clinics, and I took several injections, costly injections, and they only succeeded in stemming it down or slowing it down, but they never succeeded in giving it permanent care. I've been, up to today, I'm yet to be completely discharged from the hospital I've been attending for the past, since 2021 to 2025. You can see, even in the orthodox way, it's taking long to get results. In herbal way too, it's taking long. So what I did at a point was, even when the hospitals were giving up, the hospital once told me, look, we are tired, we don't know what to do again. They told me that the voice that you can imagine. And the moment the effect of the injections I took and other treatments that I took were away, then the blurriness will start again. So later on, I had to switch over to herbal products. I told you I had a quantum machine before, and which I used to check myself because it's actually very expensive to go to laboratory all the time. Each visitation to a lab for PSA costs a minimum of 15,000. And sometimes I do this thing like 3-4 times a year because I cannot risk the thing going out of hand before I knew what to do. And it's helping me. So I switched over to herbal products. I want to tell you, these things work. Today you can see my eyes. These eyes were swollen, reddish, and blurred, almost practically blind before. But to God be the glory, with the use of these herbal things over a long time, I've been using them now over a year. I saw significant, by the time I got to the hospital for checkup, what they were, your eyes are stable and they are, you are improving this and that. And I myself, I knew that I'm improving. So there are a lot of things that led to my eyes getting blurry, age, and lifestyle, and so many, many other things. I was able to diagnose all these things and change my lifestyle and begin to work according to nature. And I'm getting serious improvements, such that I know that very soon I'll be able to read and write very well again. So when this guy was talking about as if the whole thing is a scam, it is not a scam. It is the strategies that the marketers used to market this product, because they themselves are pressed, because they are eager to sell. And that reminds me also, any product that you don't market or you don't advertise will not sell. And the process of advertising is tedious. It is the problem of the advertising companies that were shifted from those by the producers of these products. They shifted it from going to advertising company and to individuals to go and be marketing. That is why the pain is there, and it is not something to be done as a full-time business. Forget about what all these people will tell you. You go and you attend seminars, go to Ibadan. You will see a lot of them. I don't want to mention if there are too many now. This hub, that XS, all those, they will call it holding seminars, and that's where they made their money from. I remember attending one. The last one I attended was 10,000 naira, and in that hall, which was jam packed. We'll be housing about not less than 3,000 people. 10,000 naira times 3,000, you know what that means. The organizers made a lot of money from that. That's why they intensify those things. Then, two, I told you that they lie about the duration, about the capability of the drugs. Some of them, you use them for years before they will work, and it has to be consistent. That is a fact. Like I said, I went into Orthodox. I saw that I was there for 4 years, and they were giving up on me before I switched over to the Harbour. And I never neglected the Orthodox. So by the time I combined the two, I was getting my desired result. So I can testify that it is not, these products are not fake. It depends on the organization you are dealing with. But the error that our friend made is the fact that, he staked all his life on it, and it is not easy to accomplish the promises that they were giving. It's not easy to actualize in real time. So they are really, really on into deep troubles. And then three, if you look at the system that they are using to market, let's look at the Church of God. What is this that could make our GOs to be lying? Number one, it is not easy to preach to somebody to accept the Lord Yahushua as his Lord and personal Savior. So people are applied means. They lie, they manipulate, they cajole, they instill fear into people. And not only that, by the time you got inside, they get you buried into the system, just like the GNLD products or any other producers will get you involved. They take you in and you become a member of a cult unknowingly, that you can't get out of it easily. The same thing in the Church of God, the same process, the same method, instilling fear, cajoling, manipulating, lying upon, the people, such that they don't get themselves together, got hooked into it. In the Church of God, I'm telling you, if you produce a product today and you want to market it, you tell people the wonders it could do. Maybe it could not do more than 50% of that, because you just want to sell that market, because maybe your life depended upon it. It is not proper, it is evil to do so, but it is a survival strategy for the marketers. It is a survival strategy, such that, what will make somebody to tell you that if you don't pay your tithes, you won't make heaven, only to come back later to say it is not correct. That is even in the spiritual side, though, that it is not correct. And it's even saying, after telling you it is not correct, he come back to say you can even pay 20%, 30%, up to 50% of your income. Some even said 90% of your income pay to church. Such churches will never preach that you take good care of your children, take good care of your parents. In fact, they instigate you against your parents. The first thing, they snatch you from all possible areas you are relating, networking with, and they seize you. As it is in the Church of God, so it is in the anything marketing. People will tell you what is not to get you in, and they will never allow you to go out unless God helps you and you're able to think outside the box. Today we are talking of Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus does not exist. The real person that exists is Yahushua, a Mashiach. But the lie of Jesus' existence, which is a manufactured, a fake name, the lie has so gotten deep into human nature that today it is difficult to convince people that there's nobody that is called Jesus, but Yahushua. The simple analogy I always use is, look, I'm Yemi Omogboyega. That name remains constant. If you now call me another name, it is fake. Yahushua, Amashiach, is the name of Christ, the real name of Christ. But the English, with their politics and all that lie that we're talking about, you see, that is why it appears as if Christianity now is fake. Christianity, to me, the Bible I read, It's not fake. It's only a matter of how you interpret it. And unfortunately, if you have a leader that is interpreting it in a wrong manner, for instance, it amounts to robbery today if you're asking people for first fruit and for tithes and for all this, and then the number of tags or headings they created to make money in the church of God today. If you understood them, you will see that your life is sold to religion, not to Christianity. King Leopold of Zebrazin, I can't remember. King Leopold of, just Google King Leopold. Specifically said Christians should bring Christianity to Africa for purpose of exploitation. And the Bible itself is not talking about you being exploited. But you see, any product in your hand, if you want to use to manipulate, you can do so. And that's what they did to Christianity. That's what they did to Islam. You find that in an attempt to make money, that's no wonder the Bible says money is at the root of all evils. GNLD product or any other product we're talking about is all about making money. The guy wanted to become a millionaire and then got carried away by the sweet talks. The same way they will tell you if you don't pay tithes, things will be tight for you. The same way if you are wooing a girl, that's how you will lie. That your father owns the skyscraper, all the skyscrapers in Lagos, and that you already own the private jet. When you are even you are on your feet, you cannot. You don't own nothing. You dress fakely and you talk fakely. They are all marketing strategies. And whosoever gets hooked into that is doomed. Just like a lot of people are now regretting their sojourn in Christianity or in Islam or in any other thing. You see, that marketing strategy is what is killing people. It's what is killing people because people would have committed themselves into what is not practicable. Miracles upon miracles they are selling in the Church of God today, only to discover that most of them are fake, and it's proven. Even on thank God for social media that is exposing all that. Or is it the prophets, so-called prophets, that will eventually bastardize, especially the women fold, and then scam the men fold? That is why, it is good to know God. Though. If you don't know God, say, examine everything thoroughly and hold on to that which is true. Christianity products that you need to examine them. Look at that one. They tell you this is for bodily use or for sanitary, and you say they now went as far as saying drink it. So we need to be very careful if you don't want your life to be suddenly compromised or your destiny destroyed or truncated. You need to think outside the box. Some of the most dangerous areas to go in life now is religion. If you cannot read the Bible yourself and understand it and apply it, you will be easily derailed. And it can cost you your lifetime efforts. And you may not recover from it till your dying day. That is why, as for me and my house, I always examine everything. I could as well say I knew I was aging, I was over 60, and my eyes started getting blurry. I could have just attributed it to the work of the enemies. Whereas my lifestyle was not right with my age. I looked at my age mates over 60. At least I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 that have lost their sight because of the lifestyle you're taking too much sugar, then you have diabetes, and then the organs are not working, and you don't have money to even, or you don't even have the knowledge, the awareness that you need to spend more money on your health, especially right from examination of your health to treatment, and that what you now consume is not what you used to consume. And the exercise. Look, life is so complex, but you need to understand it to survive it. Common bodily exercise that the Bible says profited little. I can testify that bodily exercise profited little, true, but it's a lot to me. A time was that I could not walk or stand on my feet because of pains all over my body. And by the time my doctor was like counseling me, said, look, all you need mostly is exercise. Today, I had to research and research and research. After my evening meal, for instance, my supper is now taken between 4 and 5 p.m. Anything outside that. And then not only that, walking, taking a walk after food is so important. I don't eat late into the night, and I'm taking all my medications, both for prostate, for eyes, for everything, and I'm okay. I didn't attribute it to any spiritual forces anywhere. And that way, I'm able to find the truth, and I see the truth, and I do the truth, and it is well with me. Today, my health, to God be the grace, like that of a baby. So when I found out what was wrong, and I started doing what is right, I'm enjoying the benefit of research. How many of us are researching? So don't let us always attribute so many things to wrong people. Even those that are telling you you become a millionaire, you become this, you do that. They won't tell you. It is when you get to the field, you will know that it is not easy to become that millionaire. And many a time, laziness syndrome. We want to get things fast. Whereas I treasure Deuteronomy 28, 10 to 14. God says, I'll pour out my rains at the right time. When the 2025 was filled with rain from January to December, what did you do with it? Whereas in my own compound alone, I grew a lot of things. Even though I have other means of surviving, I still utilize the common space that is in my compound to grow plantain, to grow fruits, to do everything that is helping me. Many of us, we cemented our entire compound. When the land is ready to give you food to your dying day, you cemented everything. So, even living in nature is enough. You went to school, they told you about oxygen and carbon dioxide. The plantation around you needs your breath. And you too, they too need your own breath, and you too need their own. You ought to exchange, but everywhere around you is not natural, it's artificial. So, brethren, the plague of deception is everywhere. It's in the church of God, it's in the family setting, it's in politics, it's in product marketing, it's everywhere, because that is where people thrive. To be able to make the money, the desired money they are pursuing. I hope you will not allow this to affect you anymore. One, you need more than one source of income. Our friend made the mistake of closing 2 channels and sticking to marketing GNLD products, only to be fatally affected later. Many so-called Christians have left their places of work and businesses to say they are serving God, and they met with their Waterloo. God is no respecter of anybody. He will not show favoritism to anybody. unless you follow his way. The essence of the race is for you to walk. Your life itself is like a life that is, you are like a seed that must produce. And you must be planted on a fertile ground. That is the word of God, that you know the word of God, and then the word of God is following, and you try to do the word of God, Joshua 1, 8 to 10. And you must always be seeking for knowledge, unendingly. Research always. If not, you get confused, you get manipulated, you get cajoled, you get deceived. That is it. If you have no vision, somebody will use it to pursue his own vision. And he wouldn't bother about what happened to you. Is it wickedness? If you do it deliberately, you know normally that you shouldn't lie and you lie. That's wickedness. But the way of the world is that you must do something to survive. You must do something to survive. You can do it honestly, but on the honest side, it is slow and steady that wins the race. Time and chance will have to be in your favor. You have to be at the right place at the right time. Your early days is for you to gather knowledge. By the time you are independent, it is knowledge you have, you will be selling. Whether you become a lawyer, you become a mechanic, you become anything, the skill you acquire is what you'll be selling. Fail to get your skills, and you have failed in life. You would never be successful. If opportunities come, you won't fit in. Time and chance will not favor you. The analogy of Deuteronomy 28, 10 to 14 is that, look, make hay while the sun shines. You have to bend down, ready to work. Otherwise, you'll be carried away. You are looking for a swift business, you will crash swiftly. So, it is so painful that what happened to our friend happened. Go and watch it. It's the name of the blogger. I think it's it's Udu. Can't remember the full name now. It's a long video, but I see it as paying for ignorance, lack of knowledge. That's what led to that guy's downfall. I pray that he rises again. He's even lucky to have been able to come out. I left churches because of wrong doctrines. If I'm unable to decipher that they are wrong doctrines, they would have ruined my marriage, they would have ruined my career, they would have ruined my educational pursuit in life. Can't imagine. We didn't come to the world with nothing. We can't go with nothing. Therefore, I should fold my arms. When Bible itself says, I will send my rains, and you'll be a lender to nations, and you'll be a head, not tail. If the rains are there, God says at the right time, you don't sow, you've missed it. And that is the problem. A lot of people are missing it. And churches are taking charge. They are taking advantage of that. Your employers are taking advantage of that. You are working for somebody and there's no thought as to what you will even do when you retire to become yourself. What if you don't, you are not lucky enough for your organization to be able to give you pension when you are dead and when you are old? So that's why you should be thinking of other. For you to concentrate on one source of income today, it is fatal. A little here, a little there. And life does not give you rest. It is you that will continue to thank God for what you achieve and aim for higher. I think I should stop here. There's no end to it, but don't allow the plague of deception, the plague of manipulation, the plague of cajoling, the plague of lie. Don't let them truncate your destiny. Please share this message extensively. Wherever you are, always think outside the box. Don't take hoo-ha all the ministration they give you in the church of God. Don't take all the advertisement they give to you as far as your products are concerned. Don't think that that place you are working today is where you work till your dying day. Make sure you are making preparation for alternatives. Life is blunt. Don't wait until it treats you unfairly before you realize. Bye for now. Please share this message. Subscribe, comment, and make sure you are always searching for wisdom. God bless you. Bye.